Biker Radio Broadcast advises safety at all times. Discourages underage riding but celebrates the spirit of motorcycling. And how?
Tango Charlie, Green Tea 515. Coming to Green Tea. Good morning, Tango Charlie. This is Easy Peter, Green Tea 515. I'm ready to roll. See you in 5 at the DNG Bay. Over and out.
Hi and welcome to the Biker Radio Broadcast. I'm Shandy.
And I'm Sunny.
And this week we've got a rocket of a show.
The mercury is rising, the snows are melting, and the BRO is hard at work to open the high altitude mountain passes just for you.
On my way, we've got one of our friends back on his phone recorder. The last time we spoke to him, he was on Khardungla on the 31st of January, and we're at the end of April, and he's not lost any altitude, but he's shifted longitude. And how?
But first, on the long way home, which is a biographical story of a rider that we feature on each episode, we have a man who combines a monk-like composure with a hunger for speed. Now that's a dead giveaway, innit? Father, husband,
Son,
mentor,
surgeon,
friend,
and Indradev incarnate.
the alpha male of the oldest superbike group from Delhi, Gods,
Please welcome
Dr. Speed.
Arun Thareja.
Tell us about your childhood. What was it like?
I'm a product of DPS Mathura Road, so my poor dad used to ferry me on his car. He did that for a couple of years.
Okay.
His office was pretty close by,
Achha.
the Air Force Bhavan.
He was in the...
Yeah, he's a senior scientific officer, the civilian part,
All right.
or a grade 1 officer. And then the buses started running in from that faraway place, Mathura
Right.
Road, to
Right.
Punjabi Bagh and other areas.
Right.
So very active in sports and all.
Okay.
Not
What is
that-
your favorite sport?
Lawn tennis.
Okay.
And football.
Achha.
These two, I was part of the school team, and then when I came
So
into
DPS Mathura Road football teams?
I played Subroto also. Subroto Club.
Really?
Right.
Yeah. So
What's your position?
right,
Okay, right forward.
right forward. Yeah, right forward.
So,
So
हाथ मिलाओ।
yeah, so modern.
यार,
तुम कौन सी पोजीशन में खेलते हो?
तभी तो हाथ मिलाए।
अच्छा.
ये उस पे खेलते हैं ना वीडियो गेम. He is a boss of video football.
Sorry.
So
नहीं, it's okay.
modern school Barakhamba was obviously the rival, or every
yeah,
kind of a
ultimate
match.
team,
Yeah, whether it was hockey, football. So those were the days. So and athletics also, especially I remember my performance in the long jump.
Uh-huh.
So I was pretty good in that. So that was cool, but no iota or inkling of motorcycling in my life at that time. Not even cars. It was just the sports and studies.
Right.
So, studies, okay, till 10th, nothing great. But then one day dad saw the report card and he was definitely not happy that this is not done, because he himself is a very, very famous engineer. His books are famous world over.
Really?
Every engineer knows him because it's the Bible of B.L. Thareja. It's known as BLT.
a Bible?
It's a Bible. The first edition came out in 57.
Wow.
So then he saw, okay, yaar, what the hell are you doing with physics and maths? This is
And
disgraceful.
football and not
This is disgraceful. So he then sat down and I don't know about the condition right now about NCERT books, but at that time they were hopeless.
Yes.
Hopeless.
Even-
He used to say, okay, it's crap, because they were complicated. You
Yes.
couldn't understand properly.
Yes.
So he sat down and he made his handwritten notes of every chapter.
Wow.
And he used to teach me, and it was crystal clear. And the end result was in 12th, I got Roll of Honor.
Lovely.
I was on the stage.
Wow.
100 out of 100 in maths,
Oh my God. Really?
and physics 98,
Wow.
chemistry 90s.
Wow.
And what a transformation in those 2 years, where I was like struggling at 60, 58. That's the importance of a good teacher.
True.
His fundas, his subject, The understanding has to be crystal clear.
Right.
And how he presents, that's the reason the book did so well.
Right.
Because
Right.
a lay kind of a student, lay person can grasp it. So that's the beauty of any author.
Right. So he got hold of you. He said, "Bas, ab bahut ho gaya with
बहुत हो गया मस्ती, enough,
हो गई,
and
अब
it's enough." And then passed out in 79. So then obviously Air Force influenced slightly. I mean, I met the late Arjun Singh. I still have his photograph in the house downstairs. So I was influenced. So I wanted to be a pilot.
Okay.
But no, mom, dad, rona shuru. You are the only kid and all. It's risky and all. Chalo ji, fine. So then, despite doing well in physics and maths, somehow I never...
198
Who is the more forgiving, mother or the father?
Mom.
Mom.
Sadly, no more. She passed away last year. So
Oh, really?
yeah. So
Sorry to hear that.
then I chose medicine. So first attempt, the moment we left school in 79. So nothing, that MCQs, ye wo, sir ke upar se. So that particular exam got wasted, zero result.
Okay.
So then people suggested, other friends, ke join Delhi University, do.
Okay.
They recommended zoology honors. This will really help you in the next year. I went for 3 days to Karodimal College. I said, this is bull. This is sheer waste of time. Zoology honors is not going to do anything positive to me or to my life. So I let it go after 3 months and sat at home and just studied and studied. I got a beard longer than you in those next 8-9
I don't
months.
have a beard.
So this is what?
That time I did.
अभी की बात कर रहा हूँ. So at that time it was longer and thicker and blacker. So that's what happened after 8-9 months, and then I sat again, and luckily I got selected here in Delhi, which was a big thing because it was an all India thing. I could have got anywhere plus no zero again. So the decision was clear, so I joined that UCMS in 1980.
Okay.
So 80. So in 84 I finished and I picked up the RD350 as a gift from my dad. Lo beta, you've done pretty well, everything on your own.
Nice.
And
So you
that's-
deserved it.
Yeah, I deserved it in a way because it was tough and still is. So that's how the journey started in 84 with motorcycling, and then like they say, there was no looking back.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thereja, and this is The Long Way Home.
So you started with the RD.
RD, I started with the RD. That was the final year, and I saw one steel grey thing going very fast on the road, and I came to know this is a Yamaha Escorts.
And it sounds different.
It sounds different, and I had no clue about bikes before that, so it was not
really?
like I was into bikes from school time
No.
onwards. No, it just hit me at that moment.
No
And
brothers, no sisters.
Nothing. I'm the
nobody.
only child. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
So a friend had in the hostel, I was there for 1 year, so he had a RX 100. I mean, I was a natural on that, so that's how I said, "Yaar, this is very easy. I mean, and it's so much of fun." That's
So
it.
from an RX 100, you went to the.
Yeah, RX was the
You didn't
learning.
feel any weight change.
Nothing. It was-
Yamaha tha na?
like I said, it was like just a natural feeling. I was meant for them, so I was born to ride. And it was very, very true the moment I sat on a motorcycle.
So the moment you sat on that RX 100, it was like okay,
Very
this
simple, very easy. There was hardly any stalling of the clutch for a newbie who doesn't know the balance between a throttle and a clutch. It was very simple for me, and it was like a natural kind of a thing which I had inside. So then I straight away said, "Okay, I have to have this bike. It is ferocious."
Who did you say this to? Yourself? Dad.
Also, and he was like, "Arey bete, itne mein to you can have a second-hand Fiat or something more safer." All, but he said, "Okay, itna hai to just finish your MBBS. Just a couple of months go. That would be your gift." And I have that same RT, which I still ride, 84 model, and it's 2018, and I've kept it in a mint condition. Mint.
Wow.
That's how the journey began. And a lot of riding from Punjabi Bagh to Safdarjung Hospital. It was great fun at that time, mid-80s, hardly any traffic, and you just used to reach in 12, 15 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was like 11, 12 kilometers, 13 kilometers.
I know.
So 80-100 average at that time. See, whole stretch now is in shambles. I mean, the whole of the city is gone. So in the mid-80s and obviously late 70s, it was beautiful. And Ring Road was there, the only road which was wide and open. A lot of kilometers, almost now 45,000 on RD. Mainly, then internship also happened in this very same hospital. So every day, doing around 30 to 40 kilometers.
Okay. Where would you guys hang out?
Southex was pretty happening at that time, and CP was
and
pretty
where in
happening.
Southex would you go?
Southex mainly those van guys, part 2 side. The vans were there
the vans
on
were
the right
there.
side. Then I remember that Wimpy's was there. Archana was the favorite. Single theatre and very nice location. So we used to go there. Chanakya. Another, how could I forget that? The Narula's there. So all-time favorite. So our generation.
Good question.
Very good question.
So,
Pillion पे कौन बैठा होता था?
Pillion, not every time, but I would say.
you got lucky a few times?
Yeah, I got lucky a few times. College buddies only. College mates only. They were there in my class only.
Yeah.
So we went.
रेडियो पे आप कुछ भी बोल सकते
हाँ वो सच ही बोल रहा हूँ.
नहीं वही हम एक्सपेक्ट भी
Yeah, बिल्कुल. So we कह रहा हूँ ना, Pillions were there, not every time, but it was a decent frequency because the Pillions also loved the ride, no?
That's what
It was RD and RD. They gradually understood the whole thing, why I am mad about RD. So they appreciated that once they sat down.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Welcome back to the Biker Radio broadcast. I'm Sunny.
And I'm Shandy, and today we're with Dr. Arun Thareja, the founder of GODS, the group of Delhi Superbikers.
The Biker Radio broadcast is India's first and exclusive motorcycle podcast.
Now, why we call it a rodcast is because we felt that the P in the pod needed a bit of a prodding.
हाँ तो हमने P में बम्बू लगाया और उसको R बना दिया.
Actually, the ROD stands for Radio On Demand. Now, earlier, radio used to be a perishable commodity. But now with technology and this Radio On Demand platform, you can listen to our show whenever you want to.
Even when you're traveling around the world.
Stream it or download it for until later.
The choice is yours.
Now, iPhone users, just look for Biker Radio Broadcast on your podcast app. And Android users, just download Castbox from Google Play Store.
It's last year's finest app for listening to our podcast.
Now search for Biker Radio Broadcast and then just press subscribe.
This helps us to register the strength of this phenomena and the powerful collective that the motorcycling fraternity is in India.
So much for the technology. Let's get back in the show and catch up with Dr. Speed.
Arun Thareja.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thareja, and this is The Long Way Home. Another thing which started in 84 along with my biking was my gymming. Okay. So I got introduced in the hostel to a gym. So I thought, it's a nice thing, let me try. So I tried, and within 15-20 days, friends started commenting, Dole, Shole types. So even I was amazed at the quickness of the response at that time.
Okay.
So till date, these two things are integral part of my life.
Wow.
Every day I work out and bikes are there. So 84, this thing also started. Gymming and bodybuilding.
So 84 is landmark year.
Yeah, landmark year. No doubt about that. I then got exposed to super bikes, the big bikes. Within 2 years, I had a Kawasaki 440.
You paid 300%.
No, it was a second-hand one from West Bengal.
Okay.
So I don't know for how much the guy would have got it.
Okay.
So it was all a grey import at that time.
I know.
They're all grey import, and WB, the West Bengal, was the main adda at that time. Bombay and all, they came later on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, later on. First,
So it's not Bombay where it...
not at first. The first, because I'm talking about late 70s, I used to see Honda Integras 250. Beautiful small machines. Abhi bhi they are there in the domestic market of Japan.
And
we had one in Punjabi Bagh.
Achha.
A 250
Was with somebody in
twin.
Punjabi Bagh.
Punjabi Bagh. It's a 4-stroke twin.
But wo tha,
Sub
ignition-
everything. Beautiful looking machine. Those Comstar, that's a patented looking wheels of Honda. They used to come in 80s. So that guy used to have it in late 70s. Senior tha mere se. So that was again West Bengal.
How come West Bengal? Is it because of the port?
Port. Obviously port. I came to know this from Rajouri Garden that this guy is having a 440 Kawasaki. So he was interested in selling. It was a clean bike. So through some common friends, I saw the machine. It was naked bike, bit on the heavier side, but a 4-stroke parallel twin, 440, belt drive at that time. It had a belt instead of chain and shaft. So we struck a deal and I got it for 35 grand at that time.
Wow.
Yeah, in 86 I had that machine. And it's almost like if you have seen that movie Prince and the Purple Rain. So one particular machine was there. So it's almost the same. Handlebar, big tank.
Right.
I haven't seen the movie,
a cruiser kind of a thing.
Yes.
Not like a Harley, but a Japanese cruiser.
Yes.
But a lovely road presence. This was 86 and then 89, 90, I got a Gixxer.
So you obviously retained the RD.
Yeah,
What
RD
about
still there. That Kawasaki.
The Kawasaki.
After 2-3 years, I let it go because I was eyeing a bigger one. So then I got a Gixxer 750, GSXR 750 Suzuki.
35K, where do you get the money from?
बस यार internship में हो जाता था. And then obviously dad support. ठीक है यार,
Damn,
fine.
काफी support.
काफी.
35 is
Yeah.
a ton of bricks.
23 was the RD.
Yeah.
In 84. 23 exact I paid. So 35, and he had got it for some 50-55 at that time, that particular Kawasaki. So it's just the passion which drives you. Any sport, anything. And a lot of machines, lovely experiences. They taught us everything because generally at that time fuel injection was not there. So again I was riddled with carburetors and all that, but at least the timing issue was sorted out.
Right.
Everybody had a CDI unit, so we just had to take care of the carb synchronization.
Okay.
So that we used to do. We had the apparatus, the mercury gauges and all. So up to they are all obsolete because every machine is now fuel injected. Then the 1100 came. That's how the journey began, and then I tasted the power of a multi-cylinder 4-stroke. And then
Sorry, please go slow.
a lot of bikes. A lot of
How many
bikes.
bikes?
I don't know, maybe more than 30 in this span. 25, 30 easy. I would have gone through in the
So
ownership.
you would acquire them purely because of the horsepower?
Horsepower
And
the acceleration and everything, and used to enjoy and maybe keep it for a year and a half, and then I came to know there's a bigger one available. So then no looking back. I had to have more and more. So then the influx came in, a lot of grey markets from 2000 to 2008 when Yamaha first came in with the official bikes.
Yes.
And then every company followed suit.
Right.
Horsepower is like that only. More is never enough.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thereja, and this is The Long Way Home. It's just the passion which drives you. Any sport, anything. So that's the scene with superbikes also. I was walking back from the bus stop in Punjabi Bagh. So first time I saw this, it was a funny kind of a sound behind me. And then this bike comes in and stands ahead on the red light. I run after it and I was just bowled over. Okay, what a machine. So that was the first encounter with a superbike. At that time it was a superbike, a 250 twin. And those shiny Comstar wheels and that Ferrari red paint just bowled me over. And
You
then
still remember it
still,
exactly,
yeah. That's
yesterday.
I've forgotten the number, but WB I remember. It was from West Bengal. So
you're wondering ये साला ये मतलब ये
फिर
West
पता
Bengal
किया
में
ना
कुछ
कि
है।
हाँ पता
West
किया
Bengal
उतना
था।
तो अकल आ गई कि पोर्ट है. It's a port city, so obviously they had to come through ships only.
Right.
So you figured out the bikes much before you figured out Mishti Doi.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. But Rasgulla.
Are you offended by that?
Absolutely not.
But Rasgulla,
Some
I
things
got
take time.
Rasgulla. I figured it out way earlier than motorcycles. Rasgulla, and even Shocker.
Shocker?
The soccer, whatever football.
Right out.
So these two things I figured out way back.
Yeah.
He has a bit of Bengal football in him, man.
Yeah, and how can we forget the Bengali women? Yeah? How can we forget them?
I can. I have.
You can?
I have forgotten.
You have.
He has forgotten also. What are you talking about? सदारनी के साथ शादी करी है. सदारनी से शादी
Obviously ये तो भूल गया बिल्कुल.
ये
ये तो लाइफ लॉन्ग काटा मार दिया यार. Come on. हम नहीं भूले अभी भी. ना Aparna Sen ko, na Raima ko, na Bipasha Basu ko, na Nandana Sen ko. We haven't forgotten all the Sens.
Oh wow, I love
And
it.
Basus.
I'm just visualizing all this.
They're one lovely and one hot women they are.
But you are. But you're
Yeah.
absolutely right. About
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And very creative also.
So what happened to you, Shandy?
No,
About that?
we'll talk about that in a little bit.
He lost his head. He lost his head.
I lost my bearings.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
One of our key segments is the soundboard.
Where we feature experts or domain specialists who put out an advisory on an aspect of motorcycling that we would like to feature.
With the snows melting and the high altitude mountain passes about to open up, many of you are waiting with bated breath to head into the Himalayas.
So we got in touch with Milan Khurana, who in turn put us through to Vikram Virmani from Turtle Trails. And he was more than generous to quickly put together his thoughts on the topic of preparing for your ride into the mountains.
This week we feature preparing just your mind. And it is being hosted by our friend and guest from the last show, Rajiv Pradhan of Meandering India.
The Biker Radio soundboard.
Hi, this is Rajiv Pradhan from Meandering India. We specialize in motorcycle tours across India. As part of the Biker Radio soundboard, I'm going to run you through a prep list for you, your gear, your motorcycle. This week, let's start with you. Before we begin, a word of advice. Recklessness comes easy. Calm comes with focus. 1. Oxygen is going to be scarce, so you'll need to build capacity in your lungs. A great way to do that is to start a few daily sessions of yoga, including breathing exercises like pranayama. 2. Detox yourself before your mountain journey. The presence of carbonates in your body lowers the oxygen content in your blood. Flush the system of all toxicity. The beauty of the mountain is so overwhelming, you'll already be on a high. Diamox is a medicine that helps remove carbonates from your body. However, it is a conditioning medicine and not for SOS use. Please consult a doctor before using it. 3. Do a few short rides to get your mind and your motorcycle in sync. While on the ride, try and simulate a vision of the big one that you're preparing for. 4. Treat this ride as a journey, not a destination. You'll enjoy your ride best when you're completely aware of yourself, your motorcycle, and your surrounding spectacle. Remember, you have to make it back as well. 5. If you're riding solo, be prepared for long durations of radio silence. If you want, inform people about your start and destination coordinates. BSNL postpaid is your safest service. 6. If you're in a group, remember group dynamics can be very rewarding. So get to know your group members better. This will work for you if the going gets tough. You signed up for this. Please be responsible for your fellow riders in addition to yourself. 7. Learn basic motorcycle maintenance. For example, changing tubes, fixing a puncture, changing clutch and accelerator wires, etc. Learning these few tasks will not only make you more confident, but will enable you to stay calm and in control of any unexpected situation that might arise during the journey. Next week, we'll talk about your motorcycle. Till then, figure out where you want to go, how you want to get there, and think about why you're doing this ride in the first place. For Biker Radio Soundboard, this is Rajiv Pradhan from Meandering India.
The Biker Radio soundboard.
So if you're further interested and are from the NCR hinterland, on the 13th of May, you may want to participate in Essentia Leh. That's being put together by Eagle Rider India at the Oras and the Biker Cafe in Gurgaon.
Joshua John of Sparkplug Talks is facilitating the Q&A. Here's more on that from Josh himself.
The Biker Radio soundboard.
This is Josh. I want to tell you a little bit about Essentia Leh. It is a time for bikers to get sharper in the essential and practical matter of riding in the hills and mountains. It needs to be matched up with some practical on-road, off-road skills. Fantastic trainers from the Eagle Rider Academy will get us to tackle water crossing at the off-road adventure zone. Also help us to get over the fear of going steep incline, downhill, uphill, and navigate through some challenging surfaces. For people who have a fear of dropping their bike, they're going to train us how to pick the bike up. And then we're going to ride from GFR to the Bikers Cafe Gurgaon for the Sparkplug Talks. Some of the experts will share their views on the pros and cons of solo versus group riding, self-sponsored versus guided, and also some practical help like what to carry, how to pack your bag, some essential survival pack, and it's essentially a celebration of the oncoming summer riding season. This is Josh on the Biker Radio Rodcast.
The Biker Radio Soundboard.
So remember, 13th of May, Sunday 4 p.m. at the Off-Road Adventure Zone on the Gurgaon-Faridabad Road.
Let's get back on the long way home with Dr. Arun Thareja.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thareja, and this is The Long Way Home.
Work takes away so much of your time and has always been taking away so much.
True, no doubt about that.
And your bikes take away so much of your time.
Nights.
Did you get married?
I got married. Married to motorcycles, that's one thing for sure. Second place is the other marriage also. 89. It happened in 89.
Okay.
So obviously my colleague in Lady Harding Medical College. So we tied the knot.
Right?
Yeah. So we tied.
She liked
the knot.
motorcycles?
Not that much. We went on a spin. So
Look good together?
Yeah, look good, but then she got really scared at 200, especially in Bangkok, and I just ripped the bike open, the Gixxer 1100, and that was the last of her resilience. So, but very cooperative because she fully supports knowing the dangers, the risks involved, but she herself is not a bike fanatic. That's for sure.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What doctor is she?
Gynecologist. She has the department here in Apollo Cradle. So she's a gynae. So 89 onwards, she's been my, co-passenger of my life. Everything.
Very nice.
Everything. So
Children
are pretty big now. One has just completed, the son, which is the younger one. He just completed his computer engineering from UCLA, California. So he'll be just starting within a month with Amazon in Seattle.
Okay.
So he did pretty well with his SAT scores and everything. So he got picked up by Amazon.
Awesome.
So the daughter was the elder one. Daughter was still in English. So she did all her thing from Miranda and then Ambedkar.
Okay.
And now, luckily, because of her hard work, she got a scholarship in PhD English in University of York.
Wow.
UK.
So when you take a vacation, you first go to England?
Yeah, we keep doing that. And we, like this last Christmas, we were all together in London. She came over from York. Son flew in from California. And now even recently, 2 weeks ago, daughter was here and we took her to Sri Lanka.
Okay.
So in June, we are going for the graduation ceremony of the son's degree. So we'll be there in States.
Awesome.
So this keeps happening. Apart from riding vacations, the family vacations are also equally important. And the
Any
results...
interest in motorcycles with both of them?
They love them. I mean, I take them on short spins. They like them, but they are not obsessed like I am.
Okay.
So I am though like, it's my life.
The Biker Radio Broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thareja, and this is The Long Way Home. A lot of learnings. No internet, nothing, just hit and try. If you succeed, fine. Otherwise, you damage something. So that's the learning curve.
उस्ताद गुरु कोई
उस्ताद ये उस टाइम वहीं थे. Paramjeet Singh, I remember, in the service center of Yama, Green Park.
Okay.
He still is in touch with me. So So I used to sit down with him and learn the tricks how to maintain this. Taught me a lot, this RD, how to take care of motorcycles. So then they came out with the low torque model, so then average came up to 20-21. Nothing that also very great, but this was in the region of 15-17.
Right.
So
this is what the cops had?
Yeah, they had a slightly better version with no CB points contact breaker. They had a CD unit, so no tanta of matching the points and their gaps and all. So that I learned. I mean, this bike taught me a lot because it was the very obsolete model which was dumped in India. It was released in 71 in Japan. So it came to us in 84 with no disc brakes, no CD ignition, nothing, no alloy wheels. So it was a very basic stuff.
So how would you measure the gap in your...
we had the gauge. We had the gauge and we had the timing gauge also, which goes into the cylinder. When you remove the spark plug out, you put a timing gauge, and then you have to rotate your crank and see the degree. As you know, I don't know whether you are aware of not the TDC, top dead center, and of the piston. You move the piston, and then you see
Sir pe
and bilkul end pe gaya ke nahi, and then it hits that gauge. Gauge is like moving like this, so and it has a dial. I still have it because rarely I do it now. So that was one.
Right.
Then the other simplest way,
ये खुराफत क्यों उसको check करने के लिए क्यों?
because then the performance generally used to go down.
So you wanted to go faster?
No, fast nahi. It's a, like I'm saying na, it's a 2-stroke twin.
Okay.
It's a parallel twin 350 2-stroke, but then it had like the old bullets and all, and even now they have these CB contact breaker points. So they have to be cleaned. The carbon comes in, and then because of the 2 cylinders, you have to match the timing also. So that timing goes out within 1300 to 1500 kilometers. You could feel the drop in performance and the mismatching jig aa jata hai, that jig missing. So you know, okay, it's timing. Then generally the company used to do it around 2500 to 3000 kilometers. So then I ordered the products, the timing gauge and the timing gun also, and learned how to do it. So that's how you maintain your machine. So that, and then it had 2 carburetors. You had to sync the carbs also. So that was a very tedious process. I maintain everything on my own. So that's how you learn.
आज से ही पता चल जाता है.
Yeah.
किसकी? डॉग की आवाज से?
नहीं बाइक की आवाज से पता चल जाती है. इसकी टाइमिंग खराब है.
Yeah.
Did you write any letters to Yamaha?
No point. I mean, nothing changes, as you know.
No, because you know.
Also, I didn't know Japanese.
I know. You know, that is a good point.
Within a year or so, I could make out what the deficiencies were and what they dumped here on us Indians was the very obsolete model. So no point writing to them because it wouldn't have changed anything. They wouldn't have got me the new RD 400 or something like that. So, but anyway, I mean, thankful that way because I learned everything, how to do everything, whether it was changing your wheels and changing your new tires to engine maintenance.
Doing it yourself. Completely.
All yourself, the shockers and how to take out the shockers.
You do it here in the garage itself, downstairs?
Yeah, everything. So I have every tool possible in the world.
Right.
So fully stacked.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
The easiest way to feature your ride on the Biker Radio broadcast is through your phone.
Get on a ride, stop at a place where the wind is not howling into the microphone, switch on your WhatsApp audio and record your piece.
Tell us who you are, what's around you, where you're headed, who you're riding with.
Chances are that you'll be at a place where there is just no internet or GSM signal. But you don't have to worry about that. Just record the audio and send us the file when you do get a signal at 89202 76675.
That's 89202 76675.
And if you want to know what a My Way sounds like, we've got Hashim Qayyum once again on the show on a ride across the eastern Himalayas in the Royal Kingdom of Bhutan.
Let's listen in.
My Way.
Hi, this is Hashim and I run a travel company called Karma Yatri. We specialize in motorcycle tours across the Himalayas. And currently I'm one such ride and we're riding through Bhutan. We're basically on a weekend to weekend ride. All my friends got in from different parts of the country, landed at Bagdogra. 4 of us rode from Bagdogra to Kalimpong on the 21st. And on the 22nd, we left from Kalimpong and were targeting to reach Phintsiling. Getting into Phintsiling was quite simple and straightforward. Took us till almost 4:30 in the evening to get our permits, which meant bulk of the riding day was gone. But we still decided to leave Phintsiling and we carried on with an idea to meet Kittu Paro. But then as we proceeded, the night fell, the temperatures dipped, and one of our friends was having a little bit of a problem riding on the cliffy roads. So we decided to stop just 70 kilometers out of Phintsiling. Really amazing stop because there was a bunch of locals who actually were the principal of a high school and his staff, the teachers. And the local place where we had stopped had just bought a karaoke system, and it was the inaugural party of the karaoke system. And you can imagine a bunch of drunk Bhutanese and a bunch of drunk Indians. The combination was fantastic. One of the most memorable nights in Bhutan so far. The food has been fabulous. They love to do things with cheese, chili, veggies and meat, and I think it's called ermadasi, and I absolutely love it. Today's the 25th of April. We arrived last night, and then we decided to stay another night in Thimphu and did a ride to Paro today and the trek to Gangte Monastery or the Tiger's Nest. The ride to Paro was fantastic. If everyone's ever traveled in Bhutan, they know that it's such a smashing highway. The trek is a bit of a challenge, but then the ride back, the weather turned. What was a really bright sunny day suddenly got overcast and there was a rain shower, and a really freezing ride back, but as always absolutely worth it. And now the itinerary's changed a little bit, so what we've decided is to go to Punakha tomorrow, spend a night camping, maybe do some whitewater rafting, return back to Thimphu day after, and on the 28th we ride from Thimphu back to Phinsoling or probably Baksa Tiger Reserve, which is just across the border. This is Hashim on Biker Radio Broadcast, and this is My Way.
My Way.
Yes, your ride could feature on our next episode if you want that.
Just send in your bites to 89202-76675 or go to brrodcast.com and get all the details.
On the long way home with us today is Dr. Arun Thareja, Head of Department ENT at the Maharaja Agrasen Hospital in Delhi and founder of the group of Delhi Superbikers, telling us all about the origins of the gods. Now that sounds exciting, isn't it? That's a question everybody's been searching for.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thareja, and this is The Long Way Home. In 98, I came to know there's one person who has a 750cc in Jama Masjid.
Okay.
So again, no mobiles, nothing at that time it was. So tracked him down, caught him, raised by. मैंने कहा यार अकेला ही आप भी चला रहे हो कुछ सालों से मैं भी. So let's start riding together.
अच्छा.
Thorough gentleman, one of the finest human beings I've ever met. Yeah. So gentle, so amazing, and again so much knowledgeable about the motorcycle maintenance and everything. Right. So we used to ride together.
Right.
Then almost within a couple of months I came to know very close by Gurinder Singh, he's there. So he has a 400cc Honda Hurricane. Caught hold of him also. So that's how we started riding together. And one fine day on a Sunday I said, Rees bhai, ye naam mere dimag mein ekdam aaya, GODS. Is that amazing? Khatam karo, isko banao and let's make it gods. So that's how I started Gods with these two lovely people.
I have known this, that you are very generous and you allow people to come and take a look at your collection.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been a journey. It's such a long and such a lovely, eventful journey, which is my life only, in fact, which is there all for everybody to come and see.
People from around the world are now beginning to listen to our show.
That's really good news. And I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, well, we started small, but it's happening. Dheere.
That's how things happen. You start small and then the momentum
So if anybody wants to come and have a chat with you?
Most welcome. My doors are always open. Despite whatever schedule I have, I'll make sure, and I've always made sure I've taken out time, whether it's night after 9 o'clock or afternoons or whatever. Most welcome.
What's the contact for Gods? How do they get in touch with you?
The mail is gods.co.in@gmail.com.
That's GODS.
Group of Daily Superbikers .co.in@gmail.com.
Okay.
And the other option is the Facebook page, where they can inbox us. So I always reply to any query personally.
If anybody had to become part of Gods,
that again I had kept down some criteria because of what we went through initially, and we were okay, fine. You have a super
membership
bike.
is open.
Yeah, membership is always open. It's the quality and type of people I'm choosy about.
So having a bike is a criteria.
Obviously, that is the first thing.
Sorry, you can't become.
So you have a bullet?
We don't ride at all.
Oh, okay.
Four-wheeler.
Okay.
But we are good people. You can make us.
Yeah. So then you could be good listeners, yeah. Whenever we are starting the bikes, whenever we start the bikes, you can hear the sound, and that's it. बस आपका काम तो हो जाएगा. चलानी क्या फिर? और क्या? हम सुन के. हाँ, तुम खुद सुन के तुम कान वाले रेडियो वाले तो.
हमने ये प्रोग्राम शुरू किया था लोगों को सुनाने के लिए. हाँ, खुद ही सुन के.
You have to be a listener first.
हाँ, listener. You are in the broadcasting radio business, so my suggestion is just listen to the sound of the motorcycle. बस आप लोगों के लिए यही बहुत है. Have an eargasm, that's it.
Oh, lovely. मजा आ गया.
So
honorary membership क्यों मिलेगी? कुछ ऐसे
नहीं आपके लिए मिल जाएगी. I'll make sure.
जैसे वो अच्छा नहीं हम वैसे बन सकते हैं
क्या?
जैसे
यार बाकी क्राइटेरिया में तो आप फिट बैठते ही हो ना. You are more than 25.
वो double almost.
Oh yes, you are mature, you are well educated, and ठीक है. That's a question mark. Oh, that I'll assess. ठीक है. बस अब रहेगी कमी 600cc बाइक की. We'll work out something if you can buy 300 cc's and combine one. कुछ कर लेंगे. We'll do something. जोड़ के ऐसा कर.
दौड़ में फिजिक्स लगाएंगे. 200-300 की जोड़ के ना 600 का पहिए 2 और 4.
You've seen a lot of relationships, right? Growing in this motorcycling space.
Oh yeah.
Those are like relationships which to die for.
To die for. I mean, in many ways they are more important than family.
Right.
Your immediate family. You are so close to them. To some people.
Who are these some kind of people?
They are just like you. They are mad about motorcycling and they are always ready. Ke doc, अच्छा आपने ये कहा है, let's go. या उधर से आया कि fine doc, this is the plan. I'll say okay, let's do it. So they are always involved in motorcycling. Nothing else. Whenever we sit down over breakfast or a cup of coffee, there's no other topic except motorcycles and what next. Yeah. Trips are being planned. So that is all the conversation is all about. Nothing else.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thereja and this is The Long Way Home. So now I thought fine, this has been a lot of riding here, so let's start international. So 5 years ago, I started with this plan I will go international, and I told my group I'll be doing that. So please raise your hands. So generally on any kind of an international trip, the number is between 18 and 25.
Wow.
So this would be the 5th one, 1st to 10th August, we'll be in Russia.
Okay.
So 25 people are there, booked.
What's your route?
We are doing Moscow, Petersburg, and then there are 4 more cities and coming back to Moscow. One of them is Tver, T-V-E-R.
Okay.
The other I remember is Debrovay. And there are 2 more. Forgotten the names.
Will there be a lot of vodka on the way?
Yeah, but we don't, I myself don't drink at all, but these guys would be in the night, but not in the morning while we are starting the motorcycle.
This is going to be mostly highway.
Yeah, mostly highway and a couple of mountain ranges in 2 cities, but some beautiful scenery. But there were a lot of other options also, off-roading and all. But we started, let's see the beautiful cities first. Okay. Though I've been to Russia, I was there last year only with my 5. But obviously, riding is a different thing altogether. Right. Even
so how do you do this? You rent bikes there?
Yeah. We've already blocked the bikes and go on a bigger bike also. Right. They cost slightly more.
Right.
So up to us.
Right.
So this would be the 5th one. Last year was Southern Europe, then Isle of Man, TT, UK, Bhutan, and north of Thailand. We were the craziest. 37 GAUS members went to the first riding trip international. North of Thailand, Chiang Mai.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was that. So this is another routine which now I have set. Every year I got to see the world on a motorcycle before I leave the world.
Right.
So that's the mantra which I am following.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thereja and this is The Long Way Home.
Hello, check, भाई साहब. आज की ताजा खबर.
Now, is this news or is this news, bhai?
Harley Davidson India is looking for summer interns.
The job, though, is, very difficult. Batao. Interns are supposed to choose a Harley, get paid to ride it all summer long, take lots of photos and videos of themselves and their chariots and share it on the social media.
पहले तो choose a Harley. get paid to ride it all summer. With this current generation taking lots of photos and videos of themselves and their rides and sharing it on social media. I mean, what better thing, man?
Yeah. But that's not it. This gets even more difficult. Poor things. At the end of the internship, you get to keep the motorcycle for yourself.
Are you sure? अरे कोई चाबी वाबी का एक छल्ला
It's all over the news, bhai. So Sunny and I have decided that we are not going to do the Biker Radio broadcast for the next 6 weeks.
At least.
Yeah.
Because we feel that we qualify for the internship already.
I mean, we're already doing pretty well on the social media.
And we're just recent graduates anyway. I mean, for us, time stood still ever since we've left college.
And hey, we need bikes to join Doc's Super Bikers Club.
Net, we're sorted.
So, bye-bye guys. Nice knowing you.
Chalo Harley!
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thereja, and this is The Long Way Home.
What has been your favorite ride till now?
A recent one would be the international, the Scotland and Isle of Man and UK, top to tip. You can't get out of Isle of Man, that TT capital of the world. Mm-hmm. It is a phenomena. It has to be on a bucket list of every biker. You just don't feel like leaving the place. Everybody's on a motorcycle. 6-7 months a year, something or the other happens there. Right. But for June, 8 to 9 days, it is crazy. Mm-hmm. So the TT racing. And then the race itself, it's a street road, and sadly every year people die in either practice or in the race. Right. Because you have houses, you have poles, and there's hardly any safety barriers. They are, but not as compared to what you have in MotoGP. Right. And the track is so tricky, ups and downs and bumps, and people are averaging 200 kilometers per hour on that 37 mile. And the winners are always in their mid 40s and late 40s. Generations are winning. Uska beta. And you see the speeds. 200 average on an island means what? You're 230, 40 minimum all the time. And you're standing there and they go by your side right in front of you. Zuk. Pata hi nahi. Next round mein wo aayega bhi ke nahi. Or he'll go down or what. Is that crazy? I mean, MotoGP is nothing in front of Isle of Man TT. It is that spectacular, so scary, but goosebumps are galore. It's so beautiful. Must see. And then after that you have other senior classes, the vintage classes. That happens a couple of months later down the road. Goodwood Festival of Speed. So that whole thing, as you can imagine, you have some brilliant roads on that 37 mile. You have some private collectors museum. Once the races are over, you can go on that road. It's a public road. And you have so much of activity, so much of lovely lounges, the pubs, and where the bikes are parked. I saw the rarest of motorcycles of 70s in the parking lot in pristine conditions. Those 2 strokes of 70s were there. Yamaha had a V4 YPVS technology, RD 500. 2 of them were there in mint conditions. Must be late 70s. They were MotoGP kind of a spec. 4 cylinder, 2 strokes. Beautiful. So that was the highlight. Plus Scotland, out of the world. What hospitable people we have there. Small.
And you don't drink?
No, I don't drink. I don't smoke. So, anyways, bikes keep me so high. Kya zarurat in cheezon ki? Why? And obviously, and some memories of some Bengali women also. They keep me high.
Keep you awake. Beat that, man. Beat that.
So no scotch. So no need for booze. No need for booze then. So this guy, he and his wife, they manage a small inn in a place known as Tung, T-U-N-G. So in the morning, we come down for breakfast, and he's sitting there with his bagpipes. And the moment we enter, he starts playing the national anthem. Wow. Fabulous was the word.
खड़ा होना पड़ता है उसके लिए?
नहीं, उसने बजाया कि हम. There was nobody else in the inn. 20 of us we landed, and he started playing national anthem. And then when we were leaving, he played another Hindi film song on his bagpipes. He was
Hang on. Wait a minute. National anthem of India.
India.
Seriously?
India. He bowled us over. That guy, the owner, must be in his 60s, and the wife.
And he's a Gora.
He's a Gora. Scotland जैसे लोग नहीं.
He did research.
I don't know. He must be, obviously very fluent with his instrument, but he did everything possible to feel, to give us that feel.
तभी तो मैंने बोला खड़े हुए कि नहीं.
Yeah, Indian and अपना थोड़ा ना हमारा. And then some movie song I've forgotten while we were saying bye-bye to him on the bikes. So that's the kind of people we came across. So Scotland was an eye-opener, the beauty. So we did top to tip, which normally is very famous. The topmost of Scotland and the bottommost of UK. So John O'Groats is the place, top of Scotland, where it's very cold and there's nothing except sea and extremely cold with some crazy winds, and then you have to dip your rear tire in the water. That's how you start back. That's a ritual out there. I mean, you take the bike to that edge where the water is there, so turn it around.
And this is the North Atlantic Ocean?
Yeah, north, the last point of Scotland. You dip your rear tire and then you start back, make it wet. So that's how we did Scotland. And then we went to the extreme last point of United Kingdom, that is known as Land's End. Another phenomenal place. There's this hotel we had specifically booked. It's on a cliff and there's nothing. So there's one house where it's written, okay, this is the last house if you're coming from here, and this is the first house if you're coming from there. So this is one phenomenal trip we did. Scotland, IOM, UK.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thereja, and this is The Long Way Home.
If you had the opportunity to ride with anybody from history
or contemporary time,
anybody, choose any one person to
let me think
go
about
on,
it.
take your time.
which out of the 25 or 30 that you don't recall exact number has been your favorite motorcycle?
One I still have in my garage,
which is
the Ninja ZX12R.
Okay.
This has been my all-time favorite. The second one I would say the GSXR 1100 of 92-93 year. These two are outstanding in their own ways. Outstanding. I mean, there are a lot of smaller bikes like 1000 cc's and all, which are there, but they come in very close second. I had a Ducati 916 also, which is another favorite, and one of the most beautifully designed bike ever, the 916. So they are a very second close. But overall, what I'm saying is that the experience which I had in riding those, and I still have on the 12R, and what I had with the Gixxer 1100 in the mid-90s, that nothing comes close to that. What I still feel the fierce gut-wrenching acceleration of that and the 12R, and the sound and the setup I had done with the aftermarket exhausts and everything. They were like almost perfect. Perfect is the word. Over the years, I believe obviously these are big bikes. These are almost like 260 to 50 kilos. So now I prefer a faster liter machine which are near 200 kgs. But because obviously with age that kind of a power is not there. So at that time I used to be a fan of big machines, but now I would love a liter bike any day, like a 10R which I have. So these have been two outstanding machines.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
On the Biker Radio broadcast, we're with Dr. Speed. And talking of speed, the first all-women track day is being organized this Sunday, the 29th of April, at the Budh International Circuit in Greater Noida between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m.
Temperatures in the shade should hit 42 degrees, but it gets hotter with the top draws like Niharika Yadav,
Candida Lewis,
Mandeep Kohli Marwa,
Suparna Sarkar,
Anam Hashim,
Sonia Jain,
and Roshni Misbah.
Scorching the tarmac in the sun.
Hosted by Track Furies and supported by Deepak Kamath.
It's track day tomorrow and we'll be there.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thereja, and this is The Long Way Home.
So now, Doc, we're outside your prized garage. Any thoughts on that famous person who you'd like to ride with from history if you had the opportunity?
Bert Munro from New Zealand.
From New Zealand?
Who made all the motorcycle himself. He had a 1942 Indian Scout.
Okay. And he put that together?
He put the pistons khud banaye apne garage mein to increase the performance. And how he travelled with that bike from Inwa Kargil, one very small Piddusa town of New Zealand, to all the way to America, Bonneville Swords. That adventure is that movie. How he goes there, how he The problem he faces at the age of 67 कि मेरे को world record बनाना है. All bike readied by his own hands. Numerous failures of pistons. कभी seize हो रहा है, कभी क्या हो रहा है. But he does it.
So this is one person that you would like to ride with.
It's a must for anybody, whether a biker or a non-biker. The world's fastest Indian. It will make you teary-eyed. That's a guarantee. You see the passion of a 67-year-old man who wants to set a world record on his 1942 Indian Scout motorcycle. It's a brilliant movie. Brilliant. You have to see it. So this is one person which I had forgotten earlier. It's my number one person in the world.
So we're upgrading him to number one position?
Number one. Rest follow.
And we're standing right outside Doc's garage. And
one part of a small wall is dedicated to Bird Munro.
वो कहते हैं ना कि बंदर के सामने वो क्या कहते हैं? अदरक
क्या बंदर क्या जाने अदरक का
हाँ. So thank you for the अदरक chai. But these bikes are like I got no idea. They just look awesome.
Yeah, these are the Ninja series. Like I was saying, my favorite. This is.
So how many Ninjas do you have? Three Ninjas.
12 hour because 1200 cc. That is 14 hour because 1400, and that green one is the 10 hour because it's a liter bike, 1000 cc.
Right.
So that is a Hayabusa, first generation. That is 1300. And this is the latest generation, again Hayabusa, same. This is 1342.
Wow.
That is a 07 model.
Right.
And this is a 2012 model. So these are the two Hayabusas. This is for my touring because it has an upright position. That's a Honda CB1000.
Yeah.
You're more comfortable, but it's very fast because it's a liter bike. So these are the ones, the two outside there under the Kapadas. I have the Duke 390. My old favorite Charisma, which I don't use, but it's been there.
Charisma?
Yeah, way back I picked it up. So went to Leh Ladakh 3-4 times and to Spiti Valley also, Charisma. Way back. 0405. Yo, that's my jacket.
So jackets, helmets. And that's your mom, I guess?
That's my mom, yeah. I have those Almiras full of the tools. And then I have a room inside storeroom where I have all the accessories and all the spares.
I'm sure.
Well, it's been like the whole lifetime, 33-4 years. Pura stock rakhta hu main spares ka bhi. These I have catalogued them from 1985 onwards, all the imported motorcycle magazines which I still subscribe to.
Seriously?
World. Yeah, this is all 80s onwards. And these are all, rows because like every week I have some fast bikes or all Firang stuff. Because they are fabulous the way they describe and the way. So we are old school, so I don't like reading on the net and all that crap. I got to have a magazine in my hand. So I still subscribe to Cycle World and fast bikes from UK and US. There's a huge collection of biking stuff.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
On the Biker Radio broadcast, you're with us, Sunny and Shandy.
And it's absolutely heartening to see how the biking fraternity has started engaging with the Biker Radio broadcast.
Our network within the fraternity is expanding. More people are beginning to discover the Biker Radio broadcast across geography.
And what's even more heartening is that we're slowly getting to people to listen to our earlier episodes.
Impatient as we are, thank you for listening in again and again.
But now let's get back on the long way home again with Dr. Arun Thareja.
Hi, I'm Dr. Arun Thareja, and this is The Long Way Home.
Another thing you did was you did the My Way for us. You got on and never got to thank you in person.
Oh, no thanks, yaar.
Did you enjoy that?
Oh, yeah, that was lovely. I listened to...
What did you exactly do? Just tell everybody how easy it is.
It is so easy. We were on the trip to Mandawa in Rajasthan. And we were like 25 bikers. And then they requested that Doc, beach mein just take out your cell phone and do some recording and just tell us about the place where you are, what route you took, and what kind of a general thing, whether it's the weather out there, the people, what are you doing and all. So then I started a couple of minutes and every recording, but it was fun. I was just seeing, for example, I was in a fort, which was one of the oldest in Mandawa. We were staying there. So I just described the fort and how did we reach there and now what was the plan next. And within 1 or 2 minutes, it gave a very brief kind of a thing and you get soaked into that thing just with my voice.
It was brilliant.
And so I intend to keep doing that whenever I...
And we intend to keep doing that
done.
with you.
It's a pleasure.
We're definitely doing some forts in Rajasthan with you. We're going to have a conversation, catch up a little more on...
And obviously I'll be doing Russia also for you.
Oh, that.
How can you forget that? And if you specially request me, I'll cover West Bengal also. You don't worry now.
No.
जो आप कहिए.
So thank you so much.
Pleasure all the time.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for spending time with us.
It's a pleasure.
Being on the long way home with us.
Yes.
It's a matter
From your very busy schedule.
Oh, not at all. Anything for bikers and anything related to biking. I'm always there. And now let's have a good cup of tea.
Thank you so
much. And I will
much.
see if I can come up with some Roshagullas. Otherwise, let's see.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
So that's it. Show Samap on yet another fabulous show with the distinguished gentleman himself. Thank you, Dr. Arun Thareja. Thank you, Hashim, Rajiv, Vikram, and Joshua for all your time.
But above all, thank you for taking time off to listen to the Biker Radio broadcast, where we listen, connect, ride on.
On a toasty Friday from the Biker Radio broadcast studio, I'm Sunny.
And I'm Shandy, saying adios amigos.
Over and out, over and out, over and out.
The Biker Radio broadcast. Listen, connect, ride on.
Yeah, hi, Arun Thareja here.
हेलो डॉक, हम तो आपसे एक बात पूछना भूल ही गए.
Oh, जरूर, पूछो.
So what is a naked bike?
Bikes which don't have any fairing, they are known as naked. The engine is exposed, basically. That is a naked bike. For example, the CB1000 or the Aprilia Tuno or the Yamaha FZ1. So these are naked. Everything is exposed, bare essentials. That's it. समझ आई? By the way, क्या?
Sir, we were watching this video on TT races, and the commentator was saying about the new Honda, कि she rides like a hurricane. अब you know Sunny, I mean, he is perpetually thinking about the past. So हमने सोचा कि आपसे पूछ लेते हैं. I mean, डॉक्टर से क्या शर्माना.
What are you doing? कर क्या रहे हो?
सर वैसे तो हम अपना Honda हरिकेन की ख्वाब देख रहे थे. तो वो लगता नहीं कि
हरिकेन. अच्छा.
पर लगता नहीं वो हरिकेन आने वाला है. तो हम शुगर केन खा रहे हैं.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Such a lovely substitute. दोनों ही मिठास देंगे आपको. Honda हरिकेन भी और ये शुगर केन भी.
Thanks, dog. Over and out.